trap, I got ranked like a boss. Niggas act stiff until they get caught. Say my name in a song, fuck around and get.
All right, welcome, man. We got the one and only 3LifeTrent in the building, man. Welcome. It's nice to meet you.
What's going on? Nice to be here, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna jump right into it, man. Of course, you're a rapper. You make music out here.
Right.
Were you born and bred in Killeen, or are you from somewhere else? Moved to Killeen?
I moved to Killeen. I'm from North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Spindale, North Carolina. Moved to Killeen, I was like 14. Yeah.
Okay. Before you moved here, what was your lifestyle like? How was growing up in North Carolina?
For the most part, you know, I was a young nigga, kid, playing sports and shit. Till like 15, 16, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Sports before, you know, everything, music and all that.
What, are your parents military?
One of them used to be.
Okay. I asked that a lot out here, obviously, because Fort Hood, but my mom's military, so it's like, damn near 60-70% of the niggas either got parents military or aunties, uncles, or something like that.
Yeah, she used to be military. She not in there no more, though.
That's why you moved to Killeen?
Yeah, first, yeah.
Okay.
Heck, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you know, kind of a normal upbringing. Were you into music, like making music or like, you know, rapping with the homies back in North Carolina, or did that more start here?
I definitely started making music in Killeen, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Benji Keys got me on the music. Did my first song with him and shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Sure.
Very talented artist for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, I'm not from here, so I don't know who all was connected to who. It's a lot of people that passed, whether it's ODing or street shit, but real talented dude, man. That's cool.
Sure.
That's cool. So he was the one that got you to make your first song. Was he the one that got you into music, or what got you into music?
I always folk music, but you can say that. You know, I made my first song with him, seeing him in the studio and shit. So yeah, made my first song at Steve shit.
Okay, cool. Yeah. At that time, you said you moved here around 14, 15. Mm-hmm. Did you start making music as soon as you got here, or was it like what age was that around type? 16,
17. It's probably like after a year and a half after I've been here and shit.
Kind of got comfy.
Yeah.
You mentioned you recorded that with Steve. That's actually one of my talking points. Do you record with like a specific videographer or producer, or is it just kind of like, you know, you want a certain sound, you go to a certain person?
That certain sound, go to a certain person, but see, I was just heavy on Steve and Killeen and stuff like that. I start moving around now. Now I just be trying to, you know, different studios, be different people and shit, and different sounds. So I be moving around now. I record everywhere: Austin, Dallas, Killeen, Cove,
networking
everywhere.
Hard, hell yeah.
So Waco.
It's about networking, man. That's somebody told me once, it's not about your net worth, it's about your network.
Yeah, definitely.
Because no, go ahead, my fault.
No, different studios got different people. You never know who you run into. You know what I'm saying? Especially out in Houston and shit.
Exactly. You might meet somebody that then did music with this person. They might have an open. You know, they might, as a producer, they know different sounds, different than what you're hearing or saying. So they might have something they could put parlay for you or something.
Yeah, every producer different.
Exactly.
But Steve, when it comes to Killeen, I fuck with Steve though.
Shout out to Steve, man. You're gonna have to try to get on his podcast soon.
Nah, for sure. All that shit coming.
Speaking of the podcast, and since you're on the interview, how do you feel about like press? I know a lot of young artists out here don't really focus on press. They kind of just focus on content as far as like their music videos.
So like,
do you think it's important to get press, or do you kind of just, you know, one of the
things? That's one thing you gotta, cause you can drop all day. You gotta promote your shit. Lock in with bloggers, cause you know the bloggers, a lot of people follow them that might not follow you. Just different shit like that. Bloggers important. So you know what I'm saying? Bloggers definitely boost you and put different eyes on you.
Right, exactly. That's why I try to that's why I made the network. I did like that because I wanted to be sure, like, if a Killeen artist wanted to tap in or get promotion, you know, they may not tap in, but it's the fact of, okay, it's so many different eyes that come to this blog.
Right.
You know, we got Dallas, we got Houston, we got Lubbock, we got Austin, San Marcos, San Antonio. We pushing up to Oklahoma now, you know, Cali.
Right.
New York niggas and sent in some stuff for promotion. So
you gotta expand. I fuck the bloggers.
Definitely, man. You could definitely get some good collaborations off the blog pages also. So that's cool. It's cool you fuck with them. I see this year you dropped 2 albums.
Tapes.
They were just tapes?
Tapes,
Okay.
tapes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Rise and then Trap and Finesse, correct?
Facts.
Cool.
Facts.
Tell me about the first album, On the Rise. Like where your headspace was, like where were you going with that project?
On the Rise, I feel like people start tapping in. Cause before that I did 3-way, you know what I'm saying, last year. So, you know, I feel like that was a good start. I ain't go to all good studios with that tape, you know what I'm saying? On the Rise, it still got me some people was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? But On the Rise, I feel like it was more professional done and shit like that. And, you know, took my time, went to good studios and shit.
The features I saw on there, Trench Baby Zayo and NHC Draco. Now I've noticed you be with Draco a lot. I like him as an artist. I know, like I tell a lot of the young artists, I know it's other politics y'all deal with, but for the music side, which is what I can speak on, I really like what bro do. He did a tape with one of my artists a while back as well, like a little EP type thing. Yeah. And like I noticed he's cool with not being the main character, if that makes sense. Like he'll jump on and assist, and it'll still be cool too. Yeah,
that's my cousin and shit. He got a lot of music. He used to do a lot of videos. You know what I'm saying?
Out the way type shit.
He come in with some shit though. He definitely got some shit.
Okay. And then the Trench Baby Zayo feature. How was that? What was that like getting that feature? Do you know him, or was that like a more like a business?
You know, he's from Temple and shit. But he be fucking around in Killeen and shit. So we met on some natural shit. You know.
Made some magic.
Fuck with shit.
Yeah, facts. I met him at an event. I think like Fuego Rock or something. Real in the cut type dude, you know, but it seems real cool. I like the features. I listened through the projects before you came. My favorite song on that, I couldn't throw no bars out right now because I just ran through it, but my favorite song on there is Stayed Down, just how I like stories, bro. You know, and I get right now we in the culture of kind of like shoot 'em up, bang, bang, but in that you still talked about stand down for the come up type shit. And you watched it happen through your music. You know what I mean? A lot of people, whether they say it or not, gravitate towards the story. They want to know, whether they say it or not, they want to feel like they know the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Where you came from, shit.
Exactly.
That's what On the Rise is. I feel like, you know, I was starting to go with, what's the other tape?
Trap and Finesse. That's the second one.
That's the second one. Just getting better through music. Every time I draw, you know, that shit, I feel like it's getting better.
Right. I was gonna mention that as well. I think definitely that second tape, I see the features increased. Not to say that's anything different, but I see you got kind of heavier hitters. You got the Fat Dave feature. I personally like 44 Just though. Also, he's tapped in with me. Yeah,
you know my nigga from Houston, but he fuck around in Killeen. I fuck with Just though.
Shout out Acres Homes, man. Shout out to the kid one time.
Yeah, I fuck with Acres Homes. We be out there.
Yeah, definitely. My favorite song on that one is Out of Bounds.
Jack Boy.
Yeah, that's just a hard. Like y'all jumped on that bitch hard. Like just to get.
We need a video of that bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna move into actually. I didn't get to check the video count. Do you know how many videos you have up right now?
Like 10.
10?
One on, SNS, Sticks and Stones. One on his page and shit, but the rest on really mine. Yeah.
Just real quick plug, man. If y'all haven't already followed him on YouTube, man, it's 3LifeTrent, right?
3LifeTrent, man.
Y'all go subscribe, jump back to this, man.
3LifeTrent YouTube, 3LifeTrent Instagram, all that.
There you go. So I touched on it with a couple of the other artists. What is your creative process? Do you write your music or do you punch in or both? Or
different, both. Like shit, sometimes I just go in there and punch in the whole song. Sometimes I might write 8. Sometimes I might write 12 and then punch in the rest. Sometimes I might write a hook and just do the the lyrics, the verses and shit. Punch in and just had a hook and copy and paste it.
Okay.
Just different shit. Different. Mostly every time different.
Okay. So and trying to elevate the culture out here, so we're gonna discuss on a little bit more broader topic. Recently, Takeoff of the Migos passed away. Rest in peace to Takeoff.
Rest in peace.
What are your thoughts on that situation in general?
Shit, just watch where you at and shit like that. Going state to state dangerous, you know what I'm saying? You gotta move right every state. Every state you got, you know what I'm saying, you out of bounds going to shows and shit or events and shit like that. You just gotta be on point everywhere.
Right.
You can't get comfortable nowhere.
Right.
Straight up.
Just in light of where the culture is right now, do you feel like when you go to your events, like you said, state to state or out of state or whatever, do you feel like it's a necessity for artists to have either any kind of defense or any kind of
yeah.
self-protection, if that makes sense.
Yeah, even nigga, hell yeah. I feel like I ain't doing no shows unless we can,
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Get it. Yeah. Factuals. Fact. That's how.
Even if, but you famous, I feel like you damn near should move with security. Straight up. If you famous, you know what I'm saying, having hella jewelry and shit like that, or at least have a lot of people with you, you gotta move right.
Right.
Gotta move right.
I forgot whose interview I was watching. It was a Vlad interview, I believe, but that was one of the points they made too. Once you get to a certain point, it's almost should be like a prerequisite to go to professional security, right? Because the whole thing about it is the artists think like, okay, boom, we can't smoke weed because it's a security, whatever, what have you. Bro, they working for you. They own your job. They own your dime. So if you say, hey, bro, watch the door.
Right.
We finna be in here parlaying. They'll go watch the door. And that's the only thing about it that makes it better is that at the end of the day, they're going to be able to go do whatever you can't do as an artist, if that makes sense. And if something pop off, you know what I mean? They'll be able to go do whatever they need to do, handle it, and you can stay in the cut, absolved, and it not be no issues. So that's my whole thing with it. It's just smarter for the artist in general. Yeah, you got to pay a little front end to, be protected. But at the same time, what is paying for your protection when you know or potentially know that is your life? You know what I mean? In them types of situations.
I say definitely like shows and events, day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? You should know how to move and shit. But especially if you popping out to a show or a walkthrough or taking photos and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Just when the exposure's on you. If you just going out, it's a Sunday and you goddamn whatever, But I will say the culture is changing though to where even on situations like that, we refer to the Young Dolph situation. Mm-hmm. He was just out on the weekend trying to get some cookies.
Facts.
So it's getting a little more dangerous, Point being, it's just getting hectic, man. How do you feel about kind of, I guess, the increase in the culture? Like,
I feel like rappers nowadays really live that shit. So like, nigga, coming from the streets to the rap industry, that shit just don't go away. Enemies and people you was into it before you blew up and shit. But especially in your hometown, you gotta always be on point. Always, you know what I'm saying? A rapper make you a target.
It's that envy, man. It's seeing, Boosie touched on it. It's seeing that y'all came from a similar place and that you're making these different strides with the same opportunities. I do commend you for the opportunities you've taken advantage of.
Hell yeah.
I want to parlay that into our next, topic is the features and the collabs you've had, recently. MGOG, Money Made, he got the TSF distro deal. Mm-hmm. I saw you were out with Waco.
Yeah.
Parlaying with them.
In Waco, fucking with them.
Dropped the video.
Verse, same day.
Same day, working.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah. Are you, as an artist, as an independent artist at this moment, it's probably a two-part question. So the first question is, are you looking to go full-time with music, like to move to the point of just some kind of stardom, whether it's just like a little CJ independent or getting some kind of deal? Are you looking to take music serious is my question I should ask.
Definitely looking to take music serious, and it gotta be the right deal, good offer, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot, like CJ and them, they eat independent, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, Texas got so many damn cities, small cities, you can eat in Texas and be independent, you know what I'm saying? Do shows everywhere, but if the right deal came to me, I'll take it for sure.
Would, how should I word the second question? Because the deal was to kind of into the second question. Would you be more, or would you look for more of a distribution deal just to get your music out? Or would you look for like, because I know most of most of the deals that the artists talk about, they're just essentially loans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The label say, we'll give you this much, how much we feel like you're worth, you have to pay this back in X amount of years.
And then even somewhat, distribution is cool as a bitch, that's cool. But really, like, the paperwork and shit, you just gotta read it, you know what I'm saying? And the type of deal, what they talking about, how many tapes they want, you know what I'm saying? Can I drop when I want, you know what I'm saying? The control, it gotta be right. The situations gotta be right.
Factual.
Because niggas having money now, you know what I'm saying? So if I feel like the deal ain't right, I ain't gonna take it.
Right. I noticed one thing Money Man did, I think Money Man did it. He kind of already was working his move and had his money saved. So when he got, it wasn't his most recent deal. I think it was the deal before that. Mm-hmm. When he got it, I think he paid it off as soon as he got it.
Right.
That way he could just, okay, boom, it's already back at this point. I'm kind of back in control of it, but I'm still under the label. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you fulfilled your financial obligation, so you're good.
Right.
So That's always a move to make too, especially if you're already, you know, you get to a point like a little CJ where you're building such a big independent buzz. At that point, you can say, fuck it, I'm going to stay indie and just rock out. You know, schedule my own, you know, whatever.
If I definitely feel like the motion was right, I'd stay independent for a while. But it's like I say, if the right situation come, I definitely sign.
Yeah, factuals. You had the MGOG collab out in Waco. Are you looking to collab with any more artists out in that area, out in Central Texas, anywhere like that?
Well, right now I got some unreleased features. I got Lil CJ Casino, Bugatti Casino, Trap Boy Dre from Houston. I got 3, unreleased features. I'm finna drop that CJ and Bugatti. They're both on the same song real soon. But you talking about Central Texas? What was the question?
Just about, artists. I mean, that's, to me, as long as it's in that beltway, you go from like Houston, Dallas, Lubbock, Austin. As long as it's in that
only
circle.
Artists like off the top want to do a song with probably like Quinn FN. I fuck with Quinn and shit.
Yeah. Are you out in Austin a lot?
Yeah. We go to Austin.
What do you think about the Austin music scene?
It's good. It's better than Killeen.
Think so?
That's more motion out there.
I think so. I think it's more open-minded people overall.
More open-minded people, more musicians, more studios, more cameramen, more good scenes to shoot.
More access overall.
Shit like that, yeah, a lot more access.
Have you recorded anything out there yet?
For sure. Out there? Spit Shine.
Shout out Spit Shine. Okay, cool. I ain't been out to Austin in a minute, but I go out there for like work and shit.
It's a cool studio.
Hell yeah. Nice. Do you plan to go to South by Southwest next year?
Yo, I did my first show last year at South by Southwest.
How'd that go?
Turned up. And fucking shout out Bubba. Fucking Trap Boy Freddy was in that hoe. EBK Sirek, Half Pint Films. Met some cameraman. The show was packed. We rocked that bitch out. Okay. Me, Ocho, Slime for Profit. We was on stage turning up.
Working. Hey, that's hard.
Hard first show. That bitch was packed. Upstairs, downstairs.
That's hard. One thing I've been trying to do with my artists, I advise all artists, you don't need a manager, but what I think you should have or try to find is a videographer or at least a homie. Get bro an iPhone that you just get on hotspot.
Right.
That can shoot 4K.
That's what I
get some BTS and behind the scenes and stuff.
I should have had I low key got a little scene in there, but I should have had a cameraman when I was at South by Southwest. Yeah. I should have vlogged that shit. It was turned up. Like I say, Trap Boy Freddy was in that hoe. EBK Sirek, and then hella fans.
Facts. I don't know if you check. I know most artists that are looking to move into the independent or the serious role. They track like their analytics, right? Like how they're doing on the apps, on Apple Music, Spotify. Do you know like where are your top areas? Like where are your top fan bases at? Do you know?
Killeen, North Carolina, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin. For sure. Are
you looking to do any shows? Like where are you at right now with your with music? Are you just focused on dropping content, or are you focused
right now I'm trying to get them features out. Like I say, I got the Lil CJ Casino, Bugatti Casino. I just got the verse. I'm gonna fuck around and get the video. Yeah, I just did a video with Dre. I'm finna drop these videos, then I'm gonna get on that shit, shows and shit. More interviews and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Gotta keep dropping content,
Yeah. Definitely gotta line it out. This is kind of just a sidebar question. I asked one of the other artists because I've been noticing it in like the culture nowadays with the clothing and stuff like that. It's really like purple jeans, some type of designer shoe,
right?
The Bape.
Yeah,
bro had the Bape on too.
Yeah.
What are your top clothing brands? Like which ones do you fuck with?
Bape, man. I fuck with Bape. I fuck with V-Long. I fuck with Palm Angels. But like. That's designer, you know what I'm saying? I still rock regular jeans and shit, but I fuck with Jordans, Balenciaga, Versace, shit like that.
This shit, yeah, y'all definitely. I had a combo with one of my homeboys. I'm older than y'all. I'm 27. I'm finna be 28 at the end of the month.
Sure.
Y'all got a different style than us, like, and it's not even really like a dollar sign. Like it's just different. Like I'm from an era where like I got polo socks on. You feel what I'm saying? Like I wear like all polo or something.
Niggas still rock polo socks and shit. It's just like, for videos and when I'm popping out, I probably got a designer route. Just because, you're a rapper and you gotta pop that shit,
Yeah. Our influence was more like, I remember like my homeboys with like the MCM bags and shit.
Yeah, that's still cool.
I could just tell, like, when I look at it in the culture now, though, like, you could tell it's kind of moving to the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the back
sure.
burner. That's
Nowadays,
cool, though. It's just...
Nowadays, I say bake for sure.
Yeah.
That babe
Put
shit.
that shit on, man. Yeah, definitely.
Get a little video. Don't post it on.
You ever thought of doing, like sponsorships or anything like that with brands? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if I get one offered to me, I'm gonna for sure take it.
Yeah.
I got a couple like black on shit. I'm gonna start rocking.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to reach out to you when I drop. I'm gonna drop some clothing. It's in the works right now. I'm getting like investors and things like that. You know, designers to come in on the team and shit. But I'm gonna have to reach out to you. Yeah, because you're making your move. It looks like you got a solid team around you. You got a family with the 3Life thing. You know what I mean?
3 business.
Shout out to everybody. You know, in the 3 and everything.
Nah, for sure. Shout out to the 3, man.
It's about building a team too. You know. All them cliches that old people say Rome wasn't built in a day, all that.
Everybody play their role, not everybody rappers, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody got a role to play, you know, and then when I do blow, I fuck around, put somebody in my shit to be my manager or to book for me or features, go through him type shit.
Bring them in.
That's what a lot of people do, you know. I've been around a lot of big artists lately. They managers and shit be they, you know, somebody they trust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as I get bigger and bigger, everything gonna fall into place.
Yeah, you'll feel the pieces out.
Right. Definitely finna get some merch soon, though.
Okay.
I don't know what we're working on it.
Awesome. Y'all be on the lookout for the merch. That's important though. Finding a good team to stick around, and you know, everyone don't have to know how to do each role. They can learn it too.
Right.
You feel me? Just how you put in practice and you put in work to be a better artist. All they got to do is say, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me look up how you do that. What you need to get to do that. You know what I'm saying?
All type of shit.
Build your team. Exactly. Right. Build your team. Have them work their move, and really they increase their own value. Like with Watt kind of dabbled with like engineering, like making the beats and stuff, but he was really more focused on music when I first ran into him. Okay. He really reached out to me for management, but just as time went on, my whole thing is like I'm trying to get everybody to raise their own value. Or if I'm gonna interact with you, I only want to interact with you if I can help raise your value or add value to what you got going. I don't want to take away. I'm not no hate nigga, bro. I'm not on none of that shit. So he got to a point where he was just like, shit, you know, I go to Steve's, like, this was the same thing, you know, it's woody woo woo. And then he ended up giving him his old equipment. Steve ended up giving him his old equipment. So he was just like, bro, I could just do this at the crib. Yeah. That's an extra residual piece of income for him, you feel me? So
I feel like, I feel like if you know what you're doing at the crib, it can be good. A lot of people be at the crib and it don't sound like the studio, though. That's why. That's true. That's why a nigga go spend that money at the studio, because if it ain't up to quality, you know what I'm saying? Them big rappers and shit, you know what I'm saying? They top quality. So you don't want to have quality that's you don't want to have quality that sound different. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get a big feature, you want that shit to sound good as possible.
Exactly. What's your favorite? Out of the bigger cities. What is your favorite market? Like Houston, Dallas, Austin.
Houston.
Okay.
I fuck with Houston.
What makes you like Houston?
Shit, you know, man. The people, like I said, my nigga just off from Houston and shit. So we be thugging out there and shit, and in studios and just work. You can get a lot of work done in Houston. Yeah. Like I was talking about Austin, it's even bigger in Houston. So, and a lot of big rappers move straight to Houston. So it's easy to get features and just being around the right people, good ass cameraman that's not clean and shit.
He said not clean and shit.
Nah, I'm just saying, cause you know, we ain't clean, you know, so you only gonna use so many cameramen. Right. A nigga damn nigga go through all of them, you know what I'm saying? Networking. Shout out to the cameraman in Killeen. But I'm saying it's a lot of big cameramen too in Houston.
Yeah, it's motion. It's definitely way more motion in Houston. That's part of the reason why I'm trying to stay so Killeen grown. Like, I'm from Cove. Okay. I moved around hell of a lot growing up, and then I ended up sticking it out in Cove to graduate type shit. But I've been really everywhere, bro. Like, I went to school in Brenham at Blinn. You feel me? I went to college partially in Georgetown by Austin. Right. So it's like I done been through the college, like going down to 6th Street every night with the homies. Like, I done been in the country type shit. I done lived, my pops from Houston type shit. You feel me? So it's just one of them things where that's really why I built the blog, because I'm seeing so much talent
Right.
Like, it's so much
Yeah,
talent,
Killeen
bro.
definitely got a lot of talent.
Man, and
Killeen
like you
definitely got a
said,
lot of talent.
like you mentioned earlier, it's just a little more motion in the other cities.
Right, they're bigger cities.
And that's the whole thing. They're bigger, but the one thing that Killeen has that they don't is that Killeen's in the middle of all of them.
Facts, you can go
Every single one of them. You know what I mean?
Nothing too far.
You gotta hit I-14 is really the main shit we on. You can get to all of them hoes. So
Right.
that was my whole point
Central
behind this.
Texas,
Like,
in the middle for sure.
let's lock it in right there. Let's branch out. Let's connect them that way. Now when artists come up, you know, it won't be as hard to get the media press. It won't be as hard to get, you know, the features and the collaborations.
Facts.
And then part of it, I watched a Vlad interview, and he was just speaking on like building the relationship with the artist, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do as well with the Killeen artists. Is like, y'all have stories, so you know, I'm just starting out here the same way some of y'all are starting out here. So it's important to document where y'all are at, and then to see where y'all are gonna be. You know what I mean? Because if you're taking it serious, growth is gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be able to sit back down, new studio. You gonna be,
Facts.
you feel me? Entourage a little bit healthier. You feel what I'm
Facts.
saying? Shit like that. So it's one of them things where you just it's to help document the growth, and it's a lot of growth in the city. Like I said before, it's a lot of street politics that go
For
down,
sure.
but it's a lot of positive that comes that's underlying that. Sometimes niggas just gotta handle their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how that, you know, that's just how that kind of shit go, you know. You mentioned earlier, I kind of went on a rant, my fault. You mentioned earlier that you had the Bugatti Casino Lil CJ feature coming up, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Already done. I just gotta drop that bitch.
Nice.
Trying to get a video, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. And we touched on South by. Other than that, though, what does next year look like for you? Are you projecting that far? Or are you still locked in on the end of this year?
Shit. Next year gonna be a lot more videos, a lot more features, a lot more interviews, all that. We turning up. My name's starting to, you know, make a buzz, so we gonna keep going.
Right.
Straight up.
Stay consistent, man. Stay consistent. You know, keep working your move. Keep trying new shit. You know, don't ever get too comfortable. That's one of the pieces of advice I feel like I can give an artist. You know, just keep working your move and stay consistent with it. You know, you're gonna go through ups and downs. Niggas know that from life. You gonna end up, if you stay consistent with it. I've noticed with artists, independent or artists that get signed, they make improvement. You know, they bag, they notoriety.
Yeah, stay in their face, man. You gotta
be
your shit, pop your shit.
Awesome. So we gonna wrap it up with that, man. 3LifeTrent, man. I appreciate having you. Plug yourself, your socials, like your ad names and all that stuff.
3LifeTrent, no spaces, no caps. The number 3LifeTrent. Man, go fuck with my new video with Nero, man. We had hit 6K in one day, man. The whole call, let's get it. Man, shout out Zip Squad.
Hey, listen, man, 6K, nice. You know, some people might sleep on that. 6K on your own.
6K in a day.
You know, bro, from what I've seen, his main projects really was just dropping in the last few years. So it's a lot of people been doing it way longer.
Yeah, that CJ shit finna go up, man, for sure.
Appreciate you for coming in, man, tapping in, man. We out.